Imagine this, a screen flickering, crackling with age, the kind of old film reel you'd find in a dusty attic. The year is 1914. A simple title card appears, hand-drawn and proud, Gertie the Dinosaur. We see her, a massive, gentle giant on a quiet shore. Her movements are slow, her blinks filled with a curious innocence. The only sound is a distant, lonely piano, but then something new. A deep, rhythmic bass thumps from far away. Gertie tilts her huge head, intrigued. She takes a cautious step forward, and the world itself seems to shimmer and bend. Suddenly, with a rush of sound and light, everything explodes into vibrant color. Gertie finds herself in a place unlike any she's ever known, the gathering of the Juggalos. A whirlwind of lights, fire, and Ferris wheels surrounds her. People are cheering, music is blasting. Gertie just blinks, trying to take it all in. A soft, apologetic trumpet sound seems to squeak out of nowhere, as if the universe is trying to explain this bizarre shift. For a moment, the entire crowd freezes, staring at the time-traveling dinosaur. Then a roar of applause erupts. Juggalos are waving, laughing, and throwing up peace signs. Someone somehow manages to hand Gertie a bottle of Faygo the size of a small car. She leans down, sniffs it cautiously, and then takes a giant slurp. A rainbow-colored hiccup floats from her mouth like a soap bubble, and the crowd goes wild, cheering even louder. Gertie, overwhelmed by the attention, bashfully hides her head behind her own long neck. She's shy, but you can see a smile in her ancient eyes. She's happy. Just then, a spotlight hits the main stage, and a figure walks out, calm and centered amidst the joyful chaos. It's the rapper, Sickning. He steps up to the microphone, his voice cutting through the noise. Tonight, he says, we welcome a true legend, the original queen of animation. Everybody make some noise for Gertie the Dinosaur. The crowd's cheers are deafening. Gertie, still a bit shy, waves her long neck in acknowledgement, but her tail accidentally knocks over a nearby merch tent. Instead of getting angry, everyone just laughs. It's a warm, friendly laugh. LB smiles at her from the stage. It's all love here, he says into the mic. You're safe, and you can see the tension leave Gertie's massive body. She relaxes. A new sound begins to fill the air, the soft piano from her own time, now blended perfectly with a chill, modern hip-hop beat. The music takes over. Gertie starts to sway, her movement slow and surprisingly graceful. It's not a wild dance, but something more nostalgic, a dance across a century. As she moves, a ghostly, animated silhouette of her original 1914 self overlays her colorful form, a beautiful blend of past and present. On stage, LB Sickning begins to rap. His lyrics are heartfelt, a story about staying true to who you are, about surviving the passage of time, and about the magic of finding your family in a world of misfits. The crowd sways with Gertie, hands in the air. Fire dancers spin in mesmerizing circles. Gertie's enormous feet step in perfect rhythm, shaking the ground like a subwoofer, while the lights of the Ferris wheel pulse in time with the beat. Her eyes, which have seen 100 years go by, are sparkling. She's found a place where she belongs. As the song softens, Gertie does something incredible. She gently, carefully lowers her massive head all the way down to the stage. LB steps forward, his movements calm and respectful. He places a hand on her snout. You've been making people smile for over 100 years, he says, his voice filled with emotion. Tonight, your family. In response, Gertie lets out a low, rumbling sound, not a roar, but a deep, emotional purr. The camera pans across the faces in the crowd. They're smiling, hugging, nodding in agreement. This isn't just a party. It's a community. For just a moment, Gertie's form flickers back to her black and white, line art self before returning to full color, visual symbol that she has crossed through time but has remained undeniably herself. And then the beat kicks back in, bigger and more joyful than before. The celebration is in full swing. We see a montage of pure happiness, Gertie playfully spraying Faygo from her mouth like a fountain, Juggalos laughing as they slide down her long tail like a rainbow slide, the Ferris wheel lights from a giant smiley face in the night sky, fireworks burst into shapes of cartoon dinosaurs. On stage, LB Sickning raises his fist in the air. Stay weird. He shouts, stay kind, stay real. Gertie gives a polite, graceful bow and then lets out a giant, happy roar that echoes through the night. The screen closes in a classic Irish shot, just like in the old silent films. A final title card appears. The end. Whoop whoop 1914 loves 2025. The soft piano music returns, but this time you can hear a subtle, modern bass beat humming underneath it. Thanks for watching.